Hello my wonderful viewers, welcome to my platform. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comment, our opinion about the video we watch constructively.
Result concerning Nnamdi Kanu. They declared that Nnamdi Kanu is medically fit to stand trials. So even they could not consider the implication. They all have this mindset that whatever they are doing is against Nnamdi Kanu, the Medical Association of Nigeria. They don't know that this thing can have implication. Oh, I'll stretch Europe. Today, if you're a medical association, do you know that if UK, because UK have been quiet on this case, if UK decide, okay, if your doctors are not listening, let's bring UK doctor to examine Nnamdi Kanu, and UK doctor was have access to go and examine Nnamdi Kanu and find out that the same report they gave to the court is totally fake. Do you know that millions of thousands of Nigerian medical doctors will be what? Fraud. Their certificate will be fraud. Now that justifies why Nigerian government goes outside for medical checkup. It is a shame for Nigerian medical doctors to come out and write some note and say that that is Nnamdi Kanu medical record. Why they have not seen Nnamdi Kanu? That's a big shame. If you're a Nigerian doctor, nurse, pharmacy, psychology, counsel outside the country, you need to be wary. Well, a young lady came up. There's a lady, a medical doctor, lady came up and said, you guys should show me your diagnosis that brings Nnamdi Kanu to this stage. Tell me why you say Nnamdi Kanu is fit to start a trial. When somebody say his heart is paining him, which cardiologist signed it? The lady was questioning this. He said Nnamdi Kanu case is a very deep case. Nigerian government and those that are backing all this corrupt system, they are digging hole upon hole to themselves. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu now. If you are a medical doctor, like I said, you are in trouble for what the Nigerian Medical Doctor Association have done. If you are a lawyer in Nigeria, you're in trouble because some of the lawyers spend 7 years, 6 years to be a lawyer, only to go in there to continue to adjoin case. Every day you adjoin case. Then those that have the articulation, the IQ to judge, they could not say anything because well, the system is rigged. Nobody's talking. But the latest one smacked everybody. I couldn't hold my feeling. How on earth Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyer come up with this idea? I cannot tell you about all the implications, but let me tell you this. Nnamdi Kanu, whoa. Do you see the people Nnamdi Kanu list as a witness? These are his enemies. How can they come to court to stand trial, to stand as a witness before the case? And this is something like we say strategically. You know, I was reading the whole things. I said, who gave this sense? I was kind of like, hey, hold on a minute. Nnamdi Kanu was calling this guy. He said that, let me read what I saw. He said, Nnamdi Kanu is ready, is dead ready in arrival. You know? Okay, they say, Nnamdi Kanu case is already dead in arrival. Somebody was writing this. Nnamdi Kanu is a very intelligent. He visualized the future and discretes his leg or something. They say the government judge James Omotoso being bent to try Nnamdi Kanu insists that Nnamdi Kanu has a case to answer. Now this will happen. He knows that there is no reasonable evidence to convict Nnamdi Kanu, but wants to do government bidding. Despite knowing that no Nigerian court has the judicial to try him due to the illegal kidnapping which amounted to state terrorism, still to go ahead. Right now, he must be surprised of all the comparable witnesses Nnamdi Kanu is demanding. Now, guys, things have get now the whole thing. You see now, Nnamdi Kanu, the whole people requested is under the government cares. So government is now bound to bring them to for witness bars. Nnamdi Kanu case is going to drag everywhere. Remember now, I've told you two sectors. One, the Nigerian security system now is now under questionable. Insecurity in Nigeria have bring the whole thing down bomb. Nigerian Medical Association, the same thing, have been gone down bomb because of their, for them bringing report that does not exist. Now, Nigerian Lawyer Association, the Bar Association, are now down. So, secondly, now Nnamdi Kanu is bringing these people. Brutani is former military officer. Wike is the current minister, former governor. Who again? Emai is a former Nnamdi Kanu. Guys, I don't usually laugh, you know me, I don't usually laugh. Good morning, Sylvester says it. You know me very well, I don't usually laugh. Austin, Brennan. They never see anything yet. Yes, my brother. Okay. I could stop. Okay. Then say, that's the law. Okay, see. So let me show you. Now, somebody say that incompatible. Then say, let me show you the wisdom I got on Nnamdi Kanu's intelligence. If the government judge refuse or fail to compel Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, maybe stand on his ground that without his witness being in court, he won't do anything. Okay? Now I say he won't do anything. Of course, you know that those individuals won't come. Nigerian government can never compare them to in court. Brutani Malami is going to tell the world how he kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya back to Nigeria. That's the witness, because he will be cross-checked by the lawyers. That's what is going on here. A witness standing before the court will be cross-checked by the lawyers. Wike will stand there and will be cross-checked by the lawyers. He can't say I will not answer. If he can't answer, there's no case to answer. Sowore oh, that idiot man in Lagos. He will stand before the judge. If he cannot answer, that is it. Even I'm laughing, please, I will always have to pray for Aloy. I don't want to go in there. Before the case, Aloy went to that protest. I actually personally sent him a message on what they call it, Twitter. I told him to consider his professional standing and all those things. So I'm not sure. So that's if it's a fortunate country. If it's a fortunate country, he breaches code of conduct and ethics. That's true. But because of the situation in the country, so we don't go on that. But let's go on this one, guys. Now the kind of scatter everything we do. I like you. Sylvester says I like you. Austin says, Brutani, he's the master of Operation Python. There, dance, yes. My brother, I couldn't stand this. Then listen, they said, and those people will not stand. Then this come this way, say, Nnamdi Kanu would rather, okay, they say, they will not come, say, Nnamdi Kanu would rather remain in detention than allowing Nigerian government convict him illegally. Don't forget that the more he stays in detention, the more Nigeria loses. A time will come when the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will make Nigeria to sink before the international community. Remember Mandela case in South Africa. And if by any means those highly profile politicians / individuals are compelled to appear to witness in the courts, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will use them to tear Nigeria pieces. Because they're the cross-check. Chike Okbara says, Chike Okbara, I like you. He said, DSS is cashing out through the case. Nigeria is full of corruption, and British love corruption and promote corruption. The most corrupt people in the world is Britain. Now, you were saying about Britain. I'm going to here. Britain decided to trade Nnamdi Kanu for the sake of their mineral resources they are getting from Nigeria. They decided to trade him because he was born in Africa. They decided to trade him to forgo that Britain told us that they take corruption so seriously. But in this case, Britain have never taken corruption seriously. Britain told us that they fight against injustice, that they sign for human rights. Listen, this is just happening on their shoe. They have Britain High Commission in Lagos. They have in Abuja. Their citizen was captured under Britain passport, not under Nigerian passport. Britain ignored those things. I don't care. Yes, Ifeanyi Ejimaor made a mistake. The former Britain, it was kind of commanding her, which we all understand. British don't want you to command them. They have to do their job according to their law. But this is their citizen. Even when the law have set him free, the British High Court in Britain refused to attend the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the missed priority is this. Nnamdi Kanu's wife refused to protest against her husband and start protesting against Simon Ekpa. She made every mess of that. So I blame that woman for that. She have not stand up for her husband, which is very bad. So let's go on. Britain decide to sacrifice Nnamdi Kanu. They break the law. They don't care about that. Now let me say this. Seriously, I got Jesus for Galia Austin Mabu say game changer. He say game changer, Almighty God on the throne. I think this is the end of the movie. They don't say English. The English Malami used that day was we intercepted Interpol leader. We intercepted IPOP leader. You can help us. You can help us what? Okay. Metagan. News meta. Okay, so yeah. So Nnamdi Kanu, we use that against him. But this is what is going on here. He said, if by any means, okay, so, where did I stop? He said, okay, okay, South Africa, I said, if by any means those highly profile politicians and individuals are compelled to appear to witness in the courts, Nnamdi Kanu will use that opportunity to tear Nigeria into pieces. I know Nnamdi Kanu is a very intelligent guy. Very, very intelligent. Here I come. Nnamdi Kanu is not an ordinary human. He is half spirit, half woman. I think so. I am beginning to believe that, to be honest. You see, I'm beginning to believe that. Look at, I tell you, the whole Nigeria, the whole media yesterday, Nnamdi Kanu fight is on 21st of October. the whole media, the whole court system, everybody's running hater. How on earth did Nnamdi Kanu come up with this? We don't know. How on earth? Even me, Loobe, I said, no, I'm not going to publish. This is not true. But I have to, you know, most of you guys that helped me to sort out news. Thank you very much for those that helped me to sort out news and send me news. So when they say, Loobe, it's true. I said, okay, I'm going to make a comment about it. But do you know, Malami have been avoiding to come out to answer this question. How do you bring Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria? How? Like, thank you for saying he said Interpol. So which means plane is on high there. They hijacked Nnamdi Kanu on high. Kenya magistrate, I have not confirmed that. Let me say I have not confirmed that. They said that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped out of Kenya. So by law, Nnamdi Kanu should not be sitting on trial in Nigeria. If that's true, then that's a big problem. So Malami have been avoiding this. Wike is a lawyer. So Wike is a lawyer. I think Sowore, the Lagos State government, is a lawyer, and Joda Malami said, these are lawyers. These are not just ordinary men Nnamdi Kanu is bringing to court. They are lawyers. Only Brutani, that is not lawyer. I don't know what his story as a military officer, because some of them, they are doctors, lawyers, or whatever the story. So I don't know. Okay. I'm ashamed of Nigeria. They are moved too much. Thank you. I want to say that many of you that are here, guys, I want to say thank you very much for joining. Nnamdi Kanu case will be a very interesting one. Guys, let me continue. Sorry, guys. Okay, this was it. This Nnamdi Kanu you see has great wisdom and intelligence from the Lord. He has set a deadly trap for them. This is the reason they all are afraid of him. The things written above are not prophecy, but the wisdom I got while I meditate the whole matter. Nevertheless, always remember I told that I saw Nnamdi Kanu in his father's palace. By the way, Nnamdi Kanu is a prince, supposed to be a crown king now, right? Good morning, good morning. Vitus, good morning. Vitus Waoko, good morning. I heard. Are you saying all henna? I don't even know the Nigerian national anthem that you guys say now. I don't even know. I can't even tell you. Bro, I like to read some of the comments here. If you follow me, I said it before. When they told me, when they sent court, the Nnamdi Kanu lawyers before the chief judge, James Omotoso, before him, said that we have not seen our client told us that medical teams came to examine him in detention. They have never said that to us. We are not aware that there is an what they call it, diagnosis carried out before Nnamdi Kanu. We are not aware. They gave them this. They gave them paper 5 minutes before the court, and everybody turned blind eye. The Medical Association of Nigeria even turned blind eyes. So I say, to me, somebody who work in healthcare like us. So I was saying is that it's a big blow. Thank God I did not get my own in Nigeria anyway. I said it's a big blow for a medical field. You know, even where there's war, they allow doctors to work, nurses to work. They defend that. That's a very unique area, healthcare sector. You don't play with it. They let people, even criminal, when criminal got shot with gun, they take them to hospital. Doctor take care of them. So doctors doesn't need to lie, no matter what. Their own is humanity. So they came because they want to do Tinubu bidding. Now the Medical Association of Nigeria is now in trouble. Remember, if UK or somebody decide to press this, they bring doctors from overseas to come and examine this. They find out that all they have given to law is junk. Of course, they will go free. Nobody is going to find them. But I'm telling you, if that happened in a place like UK, Australia, Canada, many places in the world that develop, those doctors will lose their license. All of them will lose their license. The head will lose his license. Not only will they lose their license, they will go back and investigate all the patients that have accessed their hospital. You go to jail. I'm telling you, there's a man here a few days ago, a dentist. They found out that he had been, using the same equipment to take care of about few people's teeth. What happened? The government decided to call it what? Short, and say the guy is under investigation. If they find out that anybody is contaminated, what happened is going to prison. They shut it down immediately. You're coming to lie. Guys, I love you guys. So if you are here, please tell me what you think about this case. Tell me what you think about Nnamdi Kanu appointed Wike. And remember, Wike is having Wike last time before the during the COVID-19. Wike went on kidney transplants, right? And that kidney transplant have been disturbing Wike. Wike himself, doctor have told him to stop drinking much because Wike drinks a lot of alcohol, They are asked him to stop drinking, but he can't control that. That is actually killing Wike. Wike have medical issue. Now, for him to stand trial all day, it will be long. It will be a long day for him. David Omai, don't go. After he finishes this thing, he will go home. He will go to Ebonyi. All right? Ebonyi, Igbo land. He will go to Igbo land after. Nnamdi Kanu Wajara. How did Nnamdi Kanu? Please tell. How did Nnamdi Kanu come up with this? There's nobody there. He didn't call Beribe. He didn't call Beribe. He could have added Zokalo, all this Zokalo. He just take out those Zokalo there. Okay. This guys. Guys, when I read this in a bit, I like these guys sometimes. They see something like Nnamdi Kanu will scatter everything with truth. Yes, I like that. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu. I can't see how on earth did Nnamdi Kanu say Nnamdi Kanu should show them. How on earth did Nnamdi Kanu come up with this idea? Please, I'm asking myself. Sometimes that's why if you're in life, don't push people that they are all right there. When the first day Nnamdi Kanu was arrested or was kidnapped from Kenya, I shouted, I said, who told them to do that? It is Goodluck Jonathan. During that time, Goodluck Jonathan did not even pay attention to Nnamdi Kanu. It wasn't popular. But the Nigerian government decided to make it popular. Somebody say, the choice of the joy of choice of witness this time is overwhelming because it is over. Their presence in court will likely end the struggle, slavery, injustice, and restore Biafra. Their absence is very, very judicious to the nation and sink it in more. There is God. God bless Biafra. And God bless Martin Nnamdi Kanu. This one say, they will be so pain to appear, or if they fail to appear, if it will amount to contempt of God. Court doesn't take this thing. Nigerian court doesn't go on this thing again. They will come out. They will come out. He said they will never know the type of person they are. I think they will never think anything. Okay, that one is Owade Emmanuel Wankwo. Joshua Ajuchuku says, I think they never think something like this will come. Either me, I have never think of that too. I'm telling you this, to be honest, I have never think about. I was okay. This one say, this is my warning to Nigeria. If anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu, yes, I have made a program. If you go check my program there, I say, what option did Nigeria have? Follow me on YouTube, please. Guys, if you follow me on YouTube, please keep following me. I said, what option did Nigeria have? I don't want to say this, but that's the only option. Okay, people say, now let me just say this now for the first time. A few times. If you think that Nnamdi Kanu will be released, Joshua say, I think they will never think, okay, yes, okay. Okay, so this one say, this is my warning to Nigeria if anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, say, now let me say this. If you think that it's easy to release Nnamdi Kanu, it's actually not easy. Unless Nnamdi Kanu wants to make it easy for Nigerian government. Now, let me tell you this. If you release Nnamdi Kanu may not like to stay in Nigeria immediately. You may want them to release him right on the airport so they can board a flight to UK. Now, Nnamdi Kanu may decide to get Nigerian transit exit. Nnamdi Kanu may say, I don't want exit. It's a big case. So that means Nnamdi Kanu may say, return me where you get me. When they arrest Nnamdi Kanu or when they kidnap Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, you still have a valid visa. So Nigerian government, the best thing, Nnamdi Kanu would not like to sleep in his own compound in Nigeria. Because then they may have the access and say, okay, the following morning they come and arrest him. Now they arrest him in Nigeria. Okay? So if for you to free Nnamdi Kanu is to take him to the airport and stamp him out. Now Nigeria, how did he come into Nigeria? Nnamdi Kanu will not want the exit. So Nnamdi Kanu, when they arrest him, he was holding British passport. So they have to give him his British passport. Then Nnamdi Kanu may want exit. So how did they do? They will take him through back door. No stamping, everything. They'll put him in special flight back to UK or back to Kenya. It's a long process. It's a long process. So they have to, in a way, this thing, free Nnamdi Kanu, I know we want it. But it's so complicated. I know Tinubu himself have sat down to see the complication. It's not about free Nnamdi Kanu and take him back. No. Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. He may say, I don't want to stay in Nigeria because I was in Nigeria when you come and pick me. I want to go back to Kenya. Now, it is up to you now. How do you assess him? Now, in the airport of Nigeria, if you knock him out of Kenya, he needs Kenya visa. You need to grant him Kenya visa, new fresh visa. If you drop in Kenya, and how will Kenya accept him? Kenya may say, no, we don't want Nnamdi Kanu because of the what happened between we and Nigeria. It's a big problem. So then people ask me, what is the best option? Unfortunately, that's the best option. Unfortunately, it's the best option. That's the best option Nigeria can see. Because if somebody say, bring Nnamdi Kanu, I go home. Nnamdi Kanu may not, if as a wise guy, you may not want to go in Nigeria because your life is in danger. You don't know what happened at night. When you ask of that priest, anything can happen. Then the Nigerian government can say they are still investigating. So the only way is to escort him out of the airport. How do you go that? So do you go to give him exit visa? Nnamdi Kanu may say, well, I have not been to this country. Why are you giving me exit visa? For what? And remember, when you have exit visa in your passport, that means you overstay. They have to exit you out. You overstay. If Nnamdi Kanu say, Nnamdi Kanu come, you may say, okay, you have to stamp me in. When I came to Nigeria, you stamp me out. So Nigeria is now doing their monkey business. It's a very complicated one. Let's sit down and analyze that. We sit down properly and analyze it. So people say release Nnamdi Kanu, bring it back home. Nnamdi Kanu may feel his life is in danger. So releasing him is taking him direct to hospital from there, like they do hostage. You see what the Israelites did in the hostage. So are you releasing him to Britain embassy? From the embassy in Britain, he has to go back to London. Or you are releasing him to Kenya. And Kenya may not want again because remember, the tenure have finished. So Nnamdi Kanu, when he comes out, he knows what he has to do with Kenya. No matter even they give the 4 million or 5 million they say they give. I don't know. It is a complicated issue to release Nnamdi Kanu. And to do it more complication is what we are seeing now. I'm trying, my brothers and sisters, you are watching me here. I'm trying my best to find out solution. Why did Nnamdi Kanu pick these people? You can tell me your own opinion, please. Tell me. I would like to read. Someone say they should make sure every court sittings and procedure is broadcasted live going forward, and we don't want any application of technicality. He said, this one, I like this guy. His name is Okoro. He said, they should make sure every court sittings and procedure is broadcasted live going forward, and we don't want any application of technicality. On this case, let the winner won with pure law debates and evidential argument and fact, and not by crook manipulation. Guys, this is true. You know me, as if you watch my posts, you probably think I'm a lawyer. I have big respect for legal aspect of life. You know, I have big respect for law. Law is something that makes us who we are. Even in your home today, you have law. People, mom have law or dad have law. Hey, don't go there. You sleep 10 o'clock, you sleep 5 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We have law. Anywhere there's no law, it doesn't work. Your father, your mom have law. Most of us that get, you know, we're African mom. We have a mom law that tell you if you don't do your mom thing, even when you're watching TV, your mom will come and cane you and say, go home and do that. Your friend will tell you. So could you imagine if you don't have those laws? You may be there all day and coming back home, wanting your mom to do what for you. So any country, check in your house, think about yourself as an individual. What law did your parents have at home? Some parents, you can't bring a girl. I know myself. I can't bring a woman to show my mom that this is my girlfriend. She'll ask you, who is that? In front of you, she will actually embarrass you then. Some girls cannot bring a woman to show their brother or their auntie. Some ladies, even though when you go say, hey, my brother, my brother is coming, no, I don't want to show him this. Some guys drink, they don't drink in front of their parents. Because the law and order they have there. And that thing makes their parents respect them, and they respect their parents. Some guys or some women today, you can go to their parents and say, I will swear for my daughter that she doesn't do this. Because the law is being followed. Anywhere there's no law and order, there's a problem. And that's the problem Nigeria is facing today. There's no law and order. They are breaking law because they think they can. In a house, mom will always come back. There's some mom, you see them 6 o'clock, they're already back home. They say, oh, let me go home. It's hard for you to see them outside. So when they are talking today, they will tell you, have you seen me done that before? Tell me where you learn it. You see, some mom actually say that, or dad. But Nigeria cannot tell you that, have you seen me carry drug before? Have you seen me done this? Why? You tell them, say, Oga, your president is a drug baron, Tinubu. Still have a case with FBI. That's why he cannot go to America. Tinubu is scared to go to America. Tinubu could not go to America. That's why he sent the vice president. Because he's not sure. Even when there's immunity that exempts him, but he believes that America as a world power can overstretch that. Tinubu cannot go to Canada. Australia will not let Tinubu in. If Australia try, they break their law. You see? I don't know Canada. Canada will not. Some countries that have criminality. I don't know why UK is letting him in, because UK also is a Commonwealth country that take law, character assessment, that's what they call it, seriously. Burna Boy is currently in Australia now. Like you guys know, I posted. Unfortunately, his last show in Brisbane, there was a fight. I'm not sure if that fight is serious. If there is any police report against him that his concert, there was fight in that concert, that may affect him coming to Australia back, because this is strict in his team that there must not be any conflict in your event. So see how strict. That's what we call public character assessment. So this is something that we file in the country. So I appreciate law because I know when lawyers argue based on evidence they got, the magistrates judge based on evidence presented before them, you appreciate law. You're happy. When I watch them on television here, when I watch some law program, see youths like see vibrant IQ men trying to challenge you. In the Western world, people feel happy to challenge the government. They win. I tell you one good case. You can go it online. Djokovic. Many of you know the tennis guy Djokovic. When they come to, they refuse him to come in during the COVID-19. You know what happened? A young lawyer went in and stand for him and said, hey, I'm challenging the government. He won. So later, the government have to use the veto power. Now, do you know that Australians begin to investigate? Did you overuse the power? Why would a common governor who is not highly educated overrule chief judge of the country? This is country that function. You know, as a youth, you appreciate law. You say, oh, I want to be a lawyer so I can, But in Nigeria, the law that these people are making, you can do it in your house. Somebody can come up and say, Nnamdi, you are joined today. You can do it in your house. There's no regard to law. There's one guy they call Deji. Deji, the guy that normally goes and bring that man out. That one is a useless lawyer. When you see, I watched him when he was bringing Julius Malema out. He cannot even speak. Lawyers are very fluent. They speak. They even when you hear them, we call sweet mouths. Their mouth is very okay. So what Nigeria is doing now, it's not attractive. You cannot study law unless you want to be criminal. You spend 7 years only to come to court. But there's no IQ. It's not in that. You're only to get the criminal side. Look at the INEC, what they did. So how will you appreciate law? No. It's a dead on arrival. Some of these guys, they go to overseas, they study, they went overseas to vocational study and everything. They only come back home to become a very professional criminals or corrupt system. Look at our former INEC officer. If there's anybody that will have integrity, is the former INEC officer who studied in Canada, UK, around the world, only to come in to be chief criminal. That's what. So anyway, let me read some of the guys here. Nnamdi Kanu, the fearless lion of Ndibo, who refused to bow before the oppressor. Okay, you see, who refused to bow before the oppressor. I like some of these comments, guys. She said, you see, they should make sure. Okay, I have read that one. This one says, why are you in a rush? Can't you just wait and see the situation will play out? Okay, so think. No, I'll just like my own comments here. So guys, if you follow me on YouTube to some of my listing, you can go there. Sometimes you get my listing, my view. Like I've talked about the medical doctor, this thing about Nnamdi Kanu. So today I was like free. I was trying to smack. And thank you, Sylvanus Eze, for your comment. I really appreciate your comments so much. I like those kind of comments. I like guys. I like a lot of you that have been following me. One thing that give me joy is that I see people that follow me, not just follow. People that follow me, they have this high standard IQ. They always do what we call mature debate. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me. You know me, normally I bring a lot of people, even controversial people. I brought them in my program before, but now I don't have that much time, so I limit those things. Sometimes I get threat from people. They tell me, oh, you are IPOP supporter and this and that. I ask them, why have you told that to Sahara? Have you told that to DW? It's because maybe I come out and show myself as an Igbo boy. So you try. No, we in the Igbo, sometimes we try to, oppress our own. But why did Lobe establish himself is to debug this thing. You guys were here when Nigerian media, when BBC, when Channel Television, all Punch, everyone said that Finland promised to bring Simon Ekpa on June back. Who debugged those things? I came in and tell our people, it's there. You can go back there. Say it's lie. It will not work. And what happened? It's not true. The same thing happened. A lot of the book that you see, Lobe. So I also thank you, the guys that are always go around and get the really check for me and say, "Oh, this is real, it's authentic. You can publish this and that." So I always give credit to those people. You know, I know sometimes my page, whatever it is, I know those things. But I'm telling you this as only Igbo. If you're Igbo man, get it. I'm saying this. No matter if more than one nigga marry, bruise or defend on one nigga letter, you no Ibaoremba. I will say this as somebody who have been in a lot of foreign countries. The first thing you do as a citizen is to defend your country. Then when you come home, you cannot take charge of whatever you want to do. A lot of foreign countries today is what they do when their citizens get involved in a wrong thing. They first defend the integrity of the nation before the person before them. So you will get a lawyer, you go to your embassy, you tell your embassy the truth. They will come back, they'll ask them, do you do that? They say they're not sure. They will get you a lawyer. We defend those things. Our Igbos is very easy for us. I throw in a boss. I see what happened about B Lord. I'm thanking some Igbos for defending the guy now. But there's a young man that wrote something about that before that said very dark man went to China to destroy Igbo's thing. I don't know, on YouTube, if you wear my video there, I see a lot of people comment negatively about that video. And say some people came to the boy abro Igbo. That's not the boy Bonyenka, no Bonyenka. I was so mad, because he says something like that, we deny him immediately and say he's not an Igbo boy. I said, no, he's an Igbo boy. He's a born Igbo boy that had opinion that is contradicting to ours. That does not mean that he's not an Igbo boy. We must defend him first. We must defend him first. Then I was saying, no, I see my brother, what you say, can you address it that way? That's how foreigners work. That's why I like Simon Ekpa. You remember what happened in Canada? Someone about defend the lady first before anything. That's how it works. That what makes it strong. And that thing shows Nigeria pepper. It shows Nigeria pepper. When all Igbos immediately defend the lady, what happened? The case changed. Amaka, the case changed. So as an Igbo man, even the man that made for Joe, first of all, defend the integrity of Igbo, not the person there, integrity of Igbo. How will defend that? Yes, I acknowledge this guy is an Igbo man. Okay, but let me find out what he's saying. Even if you go for the this year, okay, no problem. If one has you made it, okay, this guy may be talking out of part of some things that you don't know, but you need to get more information about what he said. That's how you block yourself. You put yourself in a neutral form, but you defended what you defend the integrity. Because at the end of the day, it's Igbos they will call on. It's Igbos. That's a brother put that in. Everybody was making caricature of that guy. I come up and say, no, that guy's an Igbo. Don't say the guy is not an Igbo. He's an Igbo. And he's talking maybe based on something. We should look onto him. Remember Simon Ekpa own. Or the Igbo came and do everything. Say now, Simon Bunkankanka. Igbo people, they actually want to go and I say, hey, don't. Even though the brother is doing what is not good, we have to call him an own. Defend that integrity that is an Igbo man. It's an Igbo man. That's what we have to do as an Igbo. Okay? But I remember one time I went to Malaysian prison. Now, I went to Malaysian prison. I just went to buy food to give to people in Malaysian prison. Then I was a missionary. I went to prison. Those days, I think I went with some American and all those guys. We went to prison to buy food. We buy food to give guys in prison in Malaysia. When we went down there, as I was working with that guy, somebody spoke Igbo. One name. I turned my back. I look. I told the guy, I say, hey, I got to see that guy. Ask the operation. Tell me that guy is dangerous. I say, yes. But is there any way I can see him? He said, yes. I say, okay, that will see him. I asked the brother, I said, let's see this one that is calling me. He said, brother. He said, brother. I said, we speak the same language. He said, wow. I said, okay, I want to know. Now today, if you have your brothers in Malaysia, please check up today because a lot of things are happening there. Okay, so I went down there. When I went down, I saw him. They bring this guy out. Do you know what? He lay down. I said, that Nambuchia, see your Ogeni. I said, Ogeni. The guy said, then he started telling me in Igbo that he was fighting with somebody, then they come and set him up. I said, are you sure? He said, now what? They are two. One boy, one girl, that his parents don't know where he is up to that day. He said my number, but now when he was writing his report, he put his parents' number there. that I should just call his parents because they want to hear. They don't know. Yes, he told me that since he went out, he doesn't call them often. So they may not know what is, that he had been there for 4 years. Nobody have checked on him. As in the Igbo, what did I do? The integrity of Igbo first before the individual. So I say, okay, Sobadro. Not that ninja. So the people ask me, why are you so emotional on him? And there's a lot of some Igbo boys again that comes out. Wasn't that when the Igbo can't come there? I say, okay, I'm just kind of some of them have if AGT heba. But yeah, so one of them told me that now when I'm going to be Zoku, Quasi Miona Chrome. So now I'm Braya, Ejide. So marketing. I just skip by. So I was shocked. So now, if an Igbo man, I say, no, because I'll kill him. No. Defend the Igbo first. Defend that integrity, not this individual. For that sake of that, defend it first before anything. That's what is happening today. Nnamdi Kanu, Igbo, our governors, they refuse to defend the Igbo first. Now look at our governors, how they treat them. Because they refuse to defend that Igbo first. Look at our Happénéd and Igbo, how they treat our Happénéd and Igbo. Look at our Igbo's and our kings in Igbo land, how they treat them. Because Igbo mefe, as Igbo immediately, you can defend the Igbo language first. Defend that language and defend the territory or Biafran territory first. Before anything. Maybe small boy may from Igbo say, hey boy, is that Igbo? He said, I don't know him. Now he's speaking for himself. Then they may try tomorrow. One else is speaking for himself. They will catch you tomorrow. The same boy will say you are speaking for yourself. Because when before they come, before sometimes they that's what we have to do. So when you see me sometimes say, no, I may not fully agree with what you are doing, but that Igbo integrity must be defended. Then you as a person will be judged. If America a lot of homicide in America. UK, a lot of homicide in UK. Australia, a lot of them. But what do? They defend the integrity of the country. They don't joke with it. So integrity has only Igbo in about today. Our brother will have to defend the integrity of Igbo. And unfortunately, our governors who made this say they don't do it. So you don't put yes, I don't support agitation, I don't support Nnamdi, I don't support agitation, free Nnamdi. What are you saying? Why don't you say, governor, code your way, free the boy, then I can sit him down and talk to him about that again. I said, why can't you talk to him in prison? Say, well, he's not mentally balanced in prison. I can want to talk to him. Since I got elected, I went there to visit him. But I want an opportunity to sit one-on-one with him in a normal, neutral area where he's mentally okay. Then I can talk sense into him. That's how we do things. Now, what did he do? He defended himself, defended the integrity of Igbo and his throne as a governor. But our brothers, could you imagine? Now, the shameful thing, I'm going to say, if now, oh, new family, lead our people, make this crowd Sowore, make the crowd to go and free Nnamdi Kanu. Some of Igbo come to behind them. That's not a Yoruba man when they rise up, then Igbo government. So he become a leader. Why can't we vote Sowore tomorrow? I will even campaign for him, let him be president. Because in the Igbo, I dodge just then forgetting that now, what I money not today now, nobody is talking. They know because nobody will talk. Since I got today fraud they will just be like, so they are just walking with fear. Even though we are rich, but they are walking with fear because they can knock on the door. Because what? Nobody is standing for them and they are not standing up. They are okay, my family, me and family. You think that you are the more intelligent person because you're in your family. So people like us or people like people that speak out, they are not intelligent. You know, I am in a country that say, in Australia, they say, if you see something, say something because tomorrow it may be you. You know, some of the presidents today, they do some things. They think that, oh, we are set. Do you know that Obasanjo could not fix things during his time? Today, Obasanjo is saying that, oh, this governor, this president should feed it, this president should feed it. Why can't you do it during your time? What do you do? Jonathan came out last time to say Bayelsa government have abandoned all the projects I've been doing when he was governor and became a president. President and governor, who is more powerful? Why didn't he do it when he was governor? So he's coming to tell this guy, In fact, if I was in the audience, if you say that, I'm going to get up because he's talking rubbish. That thing you refuse to face today will come and bite you 100 years. Nnamdi Kanu, you and my brothers and sisters that have been praying for this guy, you're praying for yourself. You're praying for your family. You're praying for the protection of your children and future. Never you close your eye when you see injustice, because it may come to bite you or your son or your daughter. Or maybe when you already got old, you can do nothing then. You'll be telling, oh, then your son may ask, Daddy, during your time, is this going on? You tell your son it's going on. You say, okay, Daddy, what do you do? You say, I keep quiet because I don't know what to do. What will your son may say, Daddy, you're a bastard. You are the one that caused this to us. If it's a child that is born in the Western world that can talk to their parents anyhow, they will tell you, Daddy, you are a bastard. I don't want to call you my dad. Because you know things like this are happening, you refuse to speak. Because you are a coward. When you say, my son, I tried my best. But you know, I can only do some little. The son will say, oh, Daddy, thank you very much. My dad, if I play the video for you, my dad was a leader during the Biafran War. My dad. I sat down with him when I was telling him about Biafran War. He told me one nice story. He told me there's a young man they wanted the man to go to a war. A young man. So they, those saying they pick young men to go to war. My dad said this guy, when they talk about the guy, so he decided one day to go and take the guy surprise visit. When he goes there, the guy climb mango tree. So when he saw him, my dad said when he saw him, he wanted to go and bring him and say, hey, calm down. Then the mom fell on the floor and said, this guy is the only son in every area we have here. Please, please. Yes, I need water. He said, please, if he doesn't want to go, please don't take him. My dad looked at the child and said, well, madam, we're not going to take your child. Let him be as you want. Me, I'm not the only male in my family. So we still have other male. If anything happened to me, okay, we'll protect this child. Now you see, when my father told me those stories, I feel also, oh, this man having pity. As somebody who is commanding then, he could have said, hey, you must follow us. Is that not only you, this and that? But they have considerate. So now, I can look at my father and say, yes, you are. You call him, say, Field Marshal, say, you are Field Marshal. Because you do something to better our generation. Whether you succeed or not, but you did something that you need to do to better our generation. Many of you guys travel to overseas because you want to sacrifice for your kids, your father, your parents, your community. You take those processes. Think about it. Why, if you have the opportunity, you didn't do that, and you tell your son or your daughter that you have it tomorrow, you didn't do that, what would they tell you? They will tell you you are stupid. So this is something we have to do. Nnamdi Kanu case is a big case that Igbos, we have to, rise up and speak out. Injustice is here. Nobody can do it. We shouldn't be waiting for other people to do it for us. Unfortunately, those that we elected, they believe they want the money. See Soludos, look at the son, what the son is doing. Look at the son. Look at how he's just painting his dad. Black and white. He never cared. Now he thought maybe Soludo. Even Soludo, not only is attacking Nnamdi Kanu integrity himself, he's also doing his own self. His own brother. P2B. So, guys, we'll only be watching. This Nnamdi Kanu case, we will see how it goes. Because they have drawn Nigeria out there. I like to read some of the case. I laugh. This one say, just say people want to hear. Just say what people want to hear. They will clap for you. Just say what people want to hear. They will clap for you. There is no one side to anything. Some of the witnesses he asked for are privileged witnesses. That means they cannot compel by any court to testify. At the end of the day, if case prolonged, it is not good omen, because justice delay is justice denied, either to the state or to the accuser. You see, these are people coming in to say, I'm so interested, guys. I love this kind of a thing. It's cool. Then they can't just playing Nigerian, because Nigerians have their law, but I don't know. They just try to manipulate. And when you are lying, I don't know about you. If you are lying, if someone like me is lying, I have to make up like 40 lies to. If you know me very well, I don't like lying. If you are lying, my friend, I don't want you. I don't want you as a friend. I want genuine people. Even though you're my brother, my sister, if you lie to me, man, I'm not going to, because somebody who lied to you is equally ready to kill you. Because somebody can tell you something, you go and act on that. Could you imagine somebody tell something, you acted negatively on that? Tomorrow he came back and tell you that brother is a lie. And how will you be shamelessly and go and tell the person, oh, I added because they lied to me? So that person that tell you that is a lie is the most evil person, because he tell you that thing. Why don't you go there? Something happened. So that is what is going on here. You know? Nnamdi Kanu, God will bless you. God will bless you. Now, like, you know, and you know, some of these guys that are born in a kingship, their brain is too much. I don't know if you have been a friend with somebody who is come from lineage of kingship. Their brains are different. The way they speak, the way they act is different. The way they articulate is different. If you see somebody who have kingship lineage, you don't need to go far. His wisdom, his way of approach, the way he analyzes things is totally different. God created those spaces very differently. People who are born in a kingship throne, either directly or indirectly, their ways of reasoning are different. Have you seen Omni of Fife, even as a young man, when he wants to talk, look at how he condition his talk. These are people. Nnamdi Kanu is a king. Forgot all this Biafran thing he's doing. He's a prince. His father is no longer there. By right, he's supposed to be the king of Afaraku. You know that. We know that. So, guys, Allah saying, why would he not go to his place? Who can battle the Lord? Nobody. God of Nnamdi Kanu is in control. I said, DSS done the ready to give account of 500 million naira. That's it. The only project we need from Mr. President of Sugar is to allow Nnamdi Kanu to go home. Okay. This was it. Nnamdi Kanu possess God's given wisdom that will embrace the judge and his cohorts. Watch what comes. My God, I can't stop laughing. Okay, see, just say what people want to hear. Okay, guy, you that watching me, what is your own thing? Now this one says, now I say, this for sure is a wise decision. One, the prosecutor has linked Nnamdi Kanu as a mastermind of the NSAS protest. Why the report of NSAS protest judicial panel of inquiry never linked Nnamdi Kanu to the protest? Show, okay, Sowore is, okay, the Lagos State governor. Sowore is listed to come, and testify to the NSAS report, given that the panel was constituted by the Lagos State Ministry of Justice. Okay, now they continue. Okay, now 2, on the part of Danjuma, Kanu is also accused of setting up a security formation, that's the Eastern Security Network, without legal backing. Danjuma was a top security personnel in one of the government security agencies. Due to the persistent kill across Nigeria, he has once asked community to defend themselves against insecurity. That government alone cannot do all. In his video, he didn't mention whether community need any form of approval from government to have a formation to defend themselves against insecurity. This must have been one of the bases that made Nnamdi Kanu to mobilize community members to form Eastern Security Network in order to defend their community against insecurity. Wow. Okay. Number 3, Malami's part is very sensitive as it broader on how Nnamdi Kanu was repatriated from Kenya to Nigeria, which the process is against the international threat Nigeria signed. Malami served as the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under Buhari. Wow. Then they said, the 4th one is that they say he jumped bail. Buruta will explain to the court why they ordered the military to attack him, Nnamdi Kanu, in his house, leading to the death of 25 persons, which led Nnamdi Kanu to flee and run for his life. Wow. Okay, they say. 5th, Wike will explain the Obibo massacre. I think the list is cool to make a good defense, but the question is, are these people willing to present themselves in the court?
Wonderful people, as we have finished watching this interesting video, Please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.